Installing a Mastercraft door unit is an easy and rewarding project. By following proper preparation and final installation steps closely, you'll be sure to enjoy your Mastercraft door for a lifetime. Before we begin, we'll need to make sure we have all the right tools for the job. If you're missing any of these tools, stop by your local Menards store before starting the installation process. You'll be needing a 48-inch to 72-inch level, a hammer, a tape measure, a screw gun, 3 2.5-inch wood screws, 1 package of wood shims, a utility knife, 6D finishing nails, and 4D finishing nails. Begin by cleaning the floor area around the door opening. If needed, scrape off mortar or plaster spills. Double check the rough opening dimensions. The rough opening height should be 2.5 inches taller and 2 inches wider than the dimension of the door unit. Check the opening for plumb and square. Make sure to check both walls for plumb, all 4 corners for square, and make sure the floor is level. Make any necessary corrections prior to installing the door unit. To prepare the door unit, remove any packaging from it. This includes any banding, boxes, sleeves, and bracing boards. Leave the door plug installed at this time. Separate the 2 halves of the frame by removing the small staples holding the frame together. Set the non-door side of the frame aside for later use. Set the bottom of the door unit into the opening and tip the top of the unit into place. Use one 4D finishing nail at about 12 inches from the top on the hinge side of the casing to hold the unit into place. Remove the door clip by cutting the clip close to the molding. Slide the clip towards the bore hole to remove it. Place the shims directly behind each of the 3 hinge locations, making sure to keep the shims as flat as possible. If this step is not performed, the door slab may sag in the opening over time. Once you have verified that the unit is plumb and square, open the door and place one 6D finish nail through the jamb and shim into the stud wall for each shim location. Do not nail through the stop. Open the door unit and remove 2 of the top screws and the top hinge. Replace the screws with 2.5-inch construction screws. The screws should pass through the hinge and into the rough opening stud. This will help prevent the door from sagging over time. Once the shim locations are nailed in place, cut each shim location so it's flush with the first half of the frame. Using the second half of the frame, carefully slide the 2 halves of the frame together. Push the frame into place until the casing is tight against the wall around the entire perimeter of the frame. Use the 6D finish nails to nail both halves of the frame together by nailing directly through the center of the stop. Place 1 nail in each shim location. Finish by nailing the casing to the wall on both sides using the 4D finishing nails. All Mastercraft doors are set up with a 2 1/8 inch bore hole set at either a 2 3/8 inch or a 2 3/4 inch back set depending on the door type. Some edge prep cross bores are set for a 1 inch drive point latch or optional edge prep. To install the back set as a drive point system, simply follow the lock manufacturer's instructions for converting to a drive point. Hammer the drive pin into place, making sure the angled portion of the back set faces the jamb. Using the manufacturer's instructions, install the lock set. The wall coverings department at Menards carries quality products needed to finish your new interior door. Make sure to sand your door and then wipe off before finishing. It's very important that the first coat you apply is an oil-based product. Apply a minimum of 2 coats of sealer to all 6 sides of the door. Carefully follow all paint manufacturers' preparation and finishing instructions. If you need additional help or more information, including troubleshooting and videos, please visit MidwestManufacturing.com.